Live at M.O.B Studios, man. We got Hound in the building, man. Vito what's good, man? What's good, y'all boys?
What's good? What's poppin', dude?
Chilling, man. First things first, I wanted to, ask you guys a question based on, your work ethic. How much time do you guys spend on your craft? A lot of people trying to do music, but I want to know, like, how much time do you guys spend on your music to make it, sound as good as it sounds?
Basically, it's like testing out different studios so we get the right sound. Like coming up with creative songs and shit. Like we always working on new songs. So we just come up with the best hit for right now.
Yeah.
Some shit that we can push and put out there.
Yeah, shit. We work on shit 24/7.
Yes, sir.
Every day is working day.
How do you guys get people to take your music seriously?
Basically, shit, we network, you know what I mean? We go to city by city, you know what I mean?
Yeah, we try to be out there in the limelight, try to be out there in the club and letting people hear the music and get a feel of the artist. We also try to take our music serious by dropping songs that's equal to the people that's out there.
Take it to another level.
Yeah, that's the best way to get people to take us serious.
Who are your guys' biggest influences in the industry? Like, what's your biggest influences in the music game? Like, who you guys moguls? Who you guys look up to?
I look up to like Russell Simmons, Jay-Z, 50 Cent, all of the moguls that did it with the distribution deals and mastering their craft for the artists.
Yeah, shit, who I look up to? I look up to Master P, you know what I mean?
Yeah, Master P.
I look up to, like, you know what I'm saying, like Bone Thugs and Homie, 8 Ball, all them boys like that, you know what I'm saying?
8 Ball, MJG,
Tupac, Biggie, all that.
Tupac, Currency.
Yeah.
I fuck with Currency.
Main one is Master P though.
Future do his thing too. I got respect for Future.
Shout out.
You guys mentioned Tupac. How do you guys feel about that Tupac movie they just dropped? Did you guys like the movie, or felt like it was a lot of information they kept out of there?
Oh, it was cool though, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of shit they didn't put in there, you know what I mean? But shit, it is what it is.
It was a pretty good movie. It was times where I was like, all right, man, it's hard for them to play Tupac. But then when they cut that man head off, I thought I was looking at Tupac, man. And the movie was pretty good, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. It was a lot of stuff missing, but I thought I was watching Tupac.
Tupac.
I thought I was watching Tupac, man.
How do you guys balance music and your personal obligations? Like your personal life, day to day. Like, how do you guys maintain that, plus invest, find time to invest and find money to invest in your music?
Well, it basically run hand in hand. Like, life ain't nothing without music. So we always thinking about music, even when it's a struggle. You can be going through a bad day, and that might inspire you to make a bomb song that ain't got nothing to do with a bad day. So music kind of run hand in hand, and with the investment part, whatever song we feel strong enough, we'll just invest in that one and pushing and see how people accept it. Take a lot of inspiration in and take a lot of opinions in and see where we go from there with that one.
How important is image in the music game to you guys? Like, how important is image?
Well, image is the number one thing, you know what I mean? Because they got to brand you. You got to brand yourself, you know what I mean?
You really have to brand yourself. You really have to really look like an artist out here, man. You can't just
like anything.
I'm not saying you gotta be flashy. It's artists that look like an artist without being fancy. I mean, look at Anthony Hamilton and all those people. But if you want to be flashy, you can be flashy. But image is important. People notice you pulling up in the Rolls Royce to the club, valet, before they notice you pulling up in the Toyota Camry. So that's really, they'll notice a chain before they notice a regular chain, like anything. Like you really have to have that look. You gotta get the people to look at you. Yeah. You gotta be something different from what they usually see every day.
You wanna look like a bag of money. They be like, yeah.
Even if you ain't all about money, you gotta represent that flashiness and that coolness. You gotta look the part early.
Yeah.
Speaking of branding, Vito, right?
Yes, sir.
How you came up with that name?
Vito came. I don't know. I guess it came to in a dream. Yeah. Basically came up to a dream, man. I'm just saying, like,
came up to you in a dream, and
yeah, I mean, like, it stuck with a lot of my stage names. All right, my name used to be DJ 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 aka Mossberg, right? But the shit, like, I changed it once I evolved as an artist. So when I got Vito Callejon, it wasn't about the mobster. It was more about me. It's just the name stuck, and then I looked it up later. Once I looked it up later, it had a good meaning for me.
Okay.
It had, it's called Faithful Life Giver, or Faithful Life Bringer. Meaning I'm a faithful person, and I bring light to whatever situation. I bring positive light to it. And the VC Vinci is one of my names for short, because I'm also Da Vinci. So VC is the Vito Callejon, and Vinci is the Da Vinci for short.
And another question for you,
hey,
Vito.
But Hound, that came from, you know what I'm saying, I was born and raised like at Scott Project. It's a project in Miami, Florida, you know what I mean? So if you on Dog Pound side, everybody was a Hound. So my real name, so I just slagged it off, put Ant, then I put Hound in, so Hound, you know what I'm talking about? If y'all don't mind me, y'all know a Hound, hey, real dog.
So, Vito, what do you bring to the label? You know, you guys are independent. You guys probably got a little label starting up. You know, you might want to say the name. What's the name of the label?
Let me say shout out to 4-Shot Mafia, my dog, man. It's a whole gang thing around here.
4-Shot Mafia?
4-Shot Mafia, that's his record label.
What it mean like 4 different energies, you know what I mean? So I got different artists and different energy, and you just, you know what I'm saying? We just look out for them 2018, man. It's going down, yeah.
And also my imprint is called Beautiful Minds Record. It's just based on like being a creative individual and you know, beautiful minds. The man was crazy, but he was a genius at the same time. So that's me right there, Beautiful Minds, or creative genius. You might hear me shout out creative genius. So yeah.
And what artists have you guys worked with in the industry, or what artists are you guys trying to get some jobs done with, some gigs with?
Let's just start off with that one.
Shit, we work with, we did a thing with Future, you know what I mean? Yo Gotti, you know what I mean? Fella from down here.
How you met Yo Gotti?
Shit, from the Grand Reaper. Shout out to that boy, you know what I'm saying?
Reaper?
Shout out to Grand Reaper.
What Reaper?
Grim.
The Black Reaper.
Reaper that was on the reality TV show Reaper?
No.
Oh.
No.
A serious business executive.
Yeah, serious business.
Grand
Reaper.
Reaper.
You know what I'm saying?
But
shout out Destiny Media Group, you know what I mean? Stephanie Royal, she doing it big, you know what I mean? Doing big things. Shout out to Gutter, you know what I mean? Shit, but who I want to work with, like Mariah Carey, Beyonce. I want to try something different, you know what I mean? I'll work with any artist, you know what I mean? So shit, if you real and I know you real, shit, I'm down.
some of the people I work with, I really want to work with Maya, the singer. I met her like through Twitter, and we had like a little relationship through that. Like we kept in contact, and she was a real humble individual. I like to do a couple of songs with her. She independent now. You really got to look up and find out like her newest music, but she's still out there. I like to work with
yeah,
Currency.
she's overseas a lot. Maya
she do a lot of traveling. I like to work with Currency. I mess with Currency a lot. He's just like my twin brother to me. He like my twin brother. Future, I fuck with Future. I fuck with Swale. More on the Jada Kiss, Jay-Z, Rick Ross. Let me see some more people I work with.
A lot of the change too, man. You know what I'm saying?
There's a lot of people I look forward to working with. Young Thug, I fuck with Young Thug. I work with that.
Scooty, all them niggas, shout out.
Travis Scott,
niggas, you feel me?
J. Cole and Kendrick Lamar. A lot of people
Everybody in the industry who gonna, you know what I mean, work with us.
Yeah.
We look forward.
Well, not anybody. I don't work with anybody.
Hey, anybody, we'll make a hit.
I work with A$AP Rocky. Shout out to A$AP Rocky.
I work with a motherfucking country singer. Yeah, I made that bitch a hit.
I won't work with anybody. I gotta really feel that chemistry and that vibe with you, man.
You know, they're playing right now, not anything.
Cause some people they wanna do music, but they don't wanna promote their music. You gotta get out that. You gotta get out that cave studio artist. You gotta get out being that artist, that studio artist, just making songs, thinking they hits.
The closet rappers.
Yeah, and get out there and like really be seen. You know, you gotta be seen, man. So if you out there singing and you really pushing your shit, and I'm really feeling your sound, I'm gonna work with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you guys feel about, you know, as far as targeting a certain crowd of music, and if you were to target a certain crowd of people with your music, what crowd of people would it be? Like, what areas of people, age groups, like what type of people y'all trying to target with this music?
Like basically, we trying to target everybody, you know what I mean? Cause we make different genres of music, you know what I mean? We make rock and roll, we make R&B, hip hop, you know what I'm saying?
I like to target whoever like to listen to good music.
Good music.
And,
exclusive shit.
Yeah, I mean like whoever listen to music. I ain't gonna say I'm going for the new generation, but I would say that I do have a new single out, Vegetable, and I did target that for the new generation because it's like following that wave that's out right now. So yeah.
And where can we find, you know, you guys on what social media platforms? Where can the fans find you guys or reach out to you guys personally or get your music?
Basically, you can follow me @Hound30 on Instagram. You can follow me on Twitter @Hound. You can follow me on another page at Instagram @Hound4. You know what I mean? Or you can follow Destiny Media Group. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can check my new single out called New Hounds. Be tuned for it. Be tuned with my mixtape called Zannyland.
Right now, I'm just flexing on Snapchat. I have the Instagram and the Twitters and all of that, but they just keep getting spam. So I'm working on some new shit right now with that, the Instagram and the Twitter and the Facebook. But right now I'm on Snapchat. You can check it out at VC_Vinci. Vinci, that's VINCI1. So that's VC Vinci, VC_Vinci1. And that's on Snapchat. I'll probably make the other social medias the same thing, but it's VC Vinci. So right now I'm on Snapchat. I'm working on the new Twitter and the new Instagram and all of that stuff. I'm real creative, so my pages won't look like a regular artist page. I like to shoot like pictures, and I got a little photography in me, a little videography in me, and I like to like entertain. So I'll be back.
Y'all have any shout outs y'all want to shout out any special people, any homies that's locked away, any homies that's dead, any just, you know, just want to take this time out to do all y'all shout outs, and just anybody that y'all want to reach out to, you know what I'm saying, that it's most important to y'all.
Shit, I want to shout out to the whole 4-shot mafia, you know what I mean? I want to get a shout out to Kasha, Slim Nasty, and Paco, you know what I mean?
Paco, what up?
Shit's a lot of them, Chopper Hound, you know what I mean? Shout out to everybody doing their thing, you know what I mean?
Give a shout out to Killer B. I'm gonna give a shout out to Samuel Bars. Give a shout out to the Darky Wayne.
Yo. We in the bit, in the cut.
Give a shout out to my dog China Man. What up, China Man?
Shit, shout out the whole Destiny Media Group, you know what I'm saying? With the muscle behind this shit too.
Shout out to
Shout out to Gutter, you know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Gutter, man. Shout out to Netta.
Yeah.
Some little R&B singer, she doing her thing like that. So I'm gonna give her a shout out. Shout out to Rob J up at VA. That boy doing his thing.
Shout out to the whole Dade County, man.
The whole Dade County ATL.
This for y'all, I'm taking a shot with.